Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and today is Thursday, also known as Thursday, July 7th, 2022. Why can't I make a 7 with my fingers? Anyway, what happened on this date? 1456, a retrial verdict acquitted Joan of Arc of heresy 25 years after her death. Why do they care? Why does it matter? She's dead. She's been dead for probably longer than she had been alive, you know? But actually, you know what? How old was she when she died anyway? 12, she was 19. Okay, so, what the hell? Anyway, 1520, during the Battle of Otumba in Mexico, Hernan Cortez and the Tlaxcalans defeated a numerically superior Aztec force. Yep. It's right out of a civilization game, attacking a technologically inferior, society. Anyway, 1668, Isaac Newton received an MA from Trinity College, Cambridge. Master's Associative? What is an MA? I don't know. Magic words on special paper don't mean anything. So, 1801, Toussaint Louverture declared Haitian independence. Alright. So it's still, it's independence season, it seems. It's still July 7th for Haiti this time. 6 years later, in 1807, the first Treaty of Tilsit was signed by Napoleon I of France and Alexander I of Russia. 1863, orders barring Jews from serving under U.S. General Ulysses S. Grant were revoked. Good. Well, that makes me wonder, like, how many Jews did serve in the Civil War? You know, aside, from, their finance department, 1865, Murray Surratt, Louis Powell, David Herod, and George Atzerodt were executed for their role in the conspiracy to assassinate U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. Jeez. Yeah. Should have waited until he went to Ford's. 1875, Jesse James robbed a train in Otterville, Missouri. 1908, the Democratic Party met in Denver at the start of their convention. William Jennings Bryan was nominated as presidential nominee. Well. 1908 as well, the U.S. Navy's Great White Fleet left San Francisco Bay. And yeah, that was, right there, when they left Virginia on December 16th, 1907, the first day of their 2-year voyage. Okay, so they're already on the way. So it sounds like they went, was it Panama Canal done by then? Panama Canal. It was 1914, so no. So it looks like they went from Virginia all the way around South America and then up to San Francisco. But they're going all the way around the world. Anyway, moving on up into 1912. Pardon me. U.S. athlete Jim Thorpe won 4 of 5 events to win the pentathlon gold medal at the Stockholm Olympics. The medal was stripped in 1913. Played pro baseball. Reinstated it in 1982. Okay, so because he went into professional baseball, he got his medal taken away? That doesn't make any sense. Wow, what's wrong with this guy's eyes? 1914, Baltimore Orioles owner Jack Dunn offered future baseball legend Babe Ruth, Ernie Shore, and Ben Egan for $10,000 to Connie Mack, the Philadelphia A's, refused, pleading lack of finance. Dang. Wow. He missed a big opportunity there. 1928, sliced bread was sold for the first time by the Chillicothe Baking Company, Missouri, using a machine invented by Otto Frederick Rohwedder, described as the greatest forward step in the baking industry since bread was wrapped. Dang. I remember, I reported on that last year. I did a show this time last year on the States, And I made something about Betty White being older than sliced bread. She still technically is, even if she's still not alive. That sucks. 1930, the construction began on the Boulder Dam, later renamed the Hoover Dam. It was called the Boulder Dam because it's in Boulder County, or Boulder. Why can't I? Canyon, that one. I knew it was a C word, just couldn't remember which one. 2 years later, 1932, Australian cricket batsman Supreme Don Bradman scored a double century during a goodwill tour in Montreal, Canada. A double century, was that 200? I have no idea. Cricket makes absolutely no sense. You know, at least most other sports you can kind of understand because they use similar words, but, you know, he hit a double century on the wicket, but he shit about a teacup. You know, like, what the fuck did you just say? 1937, 5th MLB All-Star Game, Griffin Stadium, Washington. Alabama won 8-3. Lou Gehrig drived in 4 runs with home run and double. 1939, during Wimbledon's men's tennis. Wimbledon, fuck off. Bobby Riggs defeated fellow U.S. Elwood Cook 2-6, 8-6, 3-6, 6-3, 6-2 for Wimbledon sweep. Also won the doubles and a mixed doubles titles. Interesting. Moving on up into 1942, John Maynard Keynes took his seat in the British House of Lords as Baron Keynes of Tilton after being knighted. That's pretty cool. Also in 1942, Milt's All-Star team, including Bob Feller, lost to AL All-Stars 5-0. Oof. Moving on up into 1943, Japanese Premier Hideki Tojo visited Java. What does that mean, -10? So 1943 or 1933? What's with the -10? I don't get it. 1948, Cleveland Indians stunned Major League Baseball by signing 42-year-old veteran, that word leagues, pitcher Satchel Paige. I really wish I could say that word, but because of this, I'm not allowed to. It's just a word, people. It's just a freaking word. Calm your tits. God. 1953, Che Guevara set out on a trip through Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, and El Salvador. And remember, if there's one lesson you ever heard from Sahara, don't pull a Panama. No Panamas. 1954, British runner Jim Peters, 17 minutes ahead of any rival, collapsed on the final stadium lap of the Commonwealth Games Marathon in Vancouver. But did he win? Someone care to look that up? Tell me whether or not he actually completed, the thing, or did he die? This wording leaves a lot open to interpretation. 1956, Hancock's Half Hour premiered as a TV show starring Tony Hancock and Sid James, written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson. 1958, President Eisenhower signed a bill approving Alaskan statehood. Yeah. Welcome to the States, Alaska. 1 year later, in 1959, the 26th Major League Baseball All-Star Game at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, Willie Mays, not Billy Mays, but Willie Mays, his brother from another mother, tripled to score Hank Aaron as NL won 5-4. I don't know if he's his brother from another mother. I don't know. They're both named Mays, so maybe. Moving on up into 1971, 75th Wimbledon's men's titles, tennis, Rod Laver of Australia defeated U.S. Chuck McKinley 6-3, 6-1, 6-4 for his first of 4 Wimbledon singles titles. 4 years later, in 1965, Otis Redding recorded Respect. What was that? R-E-S-P-C-T. 365 days later, in 1966, obscenity ban for Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs overturned by the Massachusetts Supreme Court after testimony by Allen Ginsberg and Norman Mailer. What is Naked Lunch? So I looked that up here real quick. Naked Lunch. It's a book. Blank-faced bug killer Bill Lee and his dead-eyed wife like to get high on Bill's pest poisons while lounging with beat poet pals. What the hell? That's weird. Okay. Anyway, moving on up into 1968, during the U.S. Open Women's Golf at Muslim Springs Golf Club, Susie Maxwell Burning defeated Mikey Wright by 3 strokes. You know, it's usually not good to have even one stroke. Like, you know, if you're on the field, you just, oh, she's having a stroke. You know, I don't know. 1971, MLB Commissioner Bowie Kuhn announced that league players elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame to be given full membership in the museum. Yes, I agree. I really wish I could say that word, you know, because it's historically accurate. It's just a word. It's a Spanish word for black. Come on, you know. God, people are so pussy. I swear. 1972, secret talks between IRA and British government. Gary Adams was part of a delegation to London for talks with the British government. 1972, during the Wimbledon's women's tennis, Billie Jean King earned her 8th Grand Slam singles title, beating Yvonne Goolagong of Australia 6-3 and 6-3. Moving on up into 1974, during the FIFA World Cup finale in Olympia Stadium, Munich, Germany, striker Gerd Muller scored 43rd minute winner as West Germany beat the Netherlands 2-1. 1977, The Spy Who Loved Me, the 10th James Bond film starring Roger Moore and Barbara Bach, premiered in London. 1 year later, 1978, Wimbledon women's tennis, Martina Navratilova won her first Grand Slam singles title, beating Chris Evert 2-6, 6-4, and 7-5. 1979, Wimbledon's men's tennis, Bjorn Borg defeated U.S. Roscoe Tanner 6-7, 6-1, 3-6, 6-3, 6-4 for his 4th consecutive Wimbledon title. Getting really tired of Wimbledon. Wimbledon needs to stop. 1980, U.S. boxer Larry Holmes scored a 7th round technical knockout of Scott Livdois in Bloomington, Minnesota, in defense of his WBC heavyweight title. 1981 saw England cricket captain Ian Botham resigning after no wins in 12 matches under his reign and a pair in the second test versus Australia at Lord's. Dang, that's a losing streak if there ever was one. Also in 1981, Sandra Day O'Connor was nominated for the Supreme Court, the first female Supreme Court justice. So it wasn't RBG. Or RGB. Or, yeah, RBG. 1985, Wimbledon's men's tennis. Boris Becker defeated South African Kevin Curran 6-3, 6-7, 7-6, 6-4 to become the youngest man at the age of 17 at the time to win a Wimbledon singles title. That's impressive. Okay, stuff like that is, you know, deserving of reports. I don't need to report on every game of Wimbledon. I don't know why every bloody game is on here, you know, highlighted. Nobody cares, sports. Nobody cares. You know, things like this, okay, I can see why people would care. I do, but, you know, other than that, God. Anyway, 1986, it is reported that Boy George was being treated for a heroin addiction. Okay? Nobody cares. 1986 as well, Soviet general and spy for the U.S. Dmitry Polikov was arrested in retirement in Russia. He was executed in 1988. Whoa. 1987, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, Ollie North, began public testimony at the Iran-Contra hearing. Yep. Stan Smith really, you know, brought it home with that. Also, moving on up into 1988, Hungarian state funeral for composer Béla Bartók in Budapest, 42 years after his death, with his remains relocated from New York. I'm never really a fan of exhuming remains, reburying, and all that stuff. I can see why in some cases, but, I mean, let the man rest. Come on, who cares where he's buried? He's buried. You know, don't bring him home. Just go visit him. 1990, the first Three Tenors concert featuring, I mean, isn't Patton born in France? You know? Like, I would personally like to see him out here born in Arlington, but he wanted to be with his men. Let him be. 1990, the first Three Tenors concert featuring Placido Domingo, Jose Carreras, and Luciano Pavarotti at Baths of Carasalia in Rome. Recording became the world's best-selling classical record. Pavarotti. That guy. 1992, after undergoing the traditional 5-year waiting procedure, Czech tennis star Ivan Lendl officially became a U.S. citizen. Nice. Congratulations to you. Nice. 1996, Nelson Mandela stepped down as president of South Africa. Why did he step down? Like, was he voted out, or like what happened? Did he resign? Leave your information in the description, the comment section, please. Also in 1996, U.S. Open Senior Golf at Canterbury Golf Club, Dave Stockton won by 2 strokes from Hale Irwin for his 3rd Champions Tour major title. 2001, in his first appearance at Daytona since the death of his father, Dale Earnhardt Sr., Dale Jr. won a Pepsi 400 coming from 7th with 9 laps remaining to beat teammate Michael Waltrip. Yeah, I remember when Sr. died. That was rough. 2007, Pope Benedict the 16th issued the apostolic letter Summorum Pontificum, removing restrictions on celebrating the Old Trinidine Mass. I really need somebody who enjoys Warhammer 40k to read these Imperium words. 2007 as well, Wimbledon women's tennis, lowest ever seeds contest final. Venus Williams of 20 defeated Marion Bertoli of 18, 6-4, 6-1. 2007 as well, worldwide charity concert event Live Earth took place at 12 venues on 7 continents. Performers including Genesis, Keith Urban, Foo Fighters, John Legend, Melissa Etheridge, Dave Matthews Band, The Police, Roger Waters, Madonna, Alicia Keys, Garth Brooks, Crowded House, that really is a crowded house, Jack Johnson, Shakira, Soweto Gospel Choir, Angelico Cugio, UB40, Jack Johnson, Linkin Park, Rihanna, Pharrell Williams, Use of Islam, Sarah Brightman, and Nunatek. Wow. That's all I have to say about that. 2011, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the last Harry Potter film, premiered in London. 2012, Wimbledon's women's tennis, Serena Williams defeated Agnieszka Radwanska of Poland 6-1, 5-7, 6-2 to win her 5th Wimbledon singles crown. 5 hours later, teams with Sister Venus to win doubles title. Oh, okay, so 5 hours later she teams up with her sister, and then those two won their double. That's pretty cool. 1 year later, 2013, Wimbledon's men's tennis, Wimbledon, fuck off! Andy Murray beat Novak Djokovic 6-4, 7-5, 6-4 to become the first British man to win a Wimbledon singles title since 1936. Whoa. Wow, what happened, Britain? Why did it take you that long to win? Come on. 2019, FIFA Women's World Cup Final, Park Olympic Lyonnais, Destiny's Charpieu, God, these words. Defending champions U.S. win record 4th title, defeating the Netherlands 2-0. Megan Rapinoe, player of the match. Still got you. 2020, just 2 years ago, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro announced he had tested positive for the Kung Flu. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting! Oh, okay. Alright. Well, let's get on to the burst here. You know the drill, and if you don't know the drill, like, if there's anything you want to add to anything, like if there's any articles that you found interesting, any information that you know that I don't, any questions, any answers, open up a dialogue in the comment section. Let's talk. Anyway, starting us off in the burst today, we have 1843. Camillo Golgi was an Italian physician and medical researcher. He got the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1906. He was born in Corteno, Kingdom of Lombardy, Venetia, Austrian Empire, dying in 1926. Could you imagine, because no country, nothing lasts forever. Absolutely nothing lasts forever. And could you imagine seeing your home nation, just not exist anymore? Kind of like just living a life out of that scene, for that movie Terminal, Anyway, 1880, Otto Frederick Rohwetter was born on this date. He was an American engineer. He invented the bread slicing machine. That's right. His birthday was the day that it started selling. He was born in Davenport, Iowa, dying in 1960. He kind of looks like the warden from Shawshank Redemption a little bit. 1899, George Cukor. Wow, what a cuck. He was a U.S. or an American film director. My Fair Lady. Wow, what a cuck. In Philadelphia Story. He was born in New York City, New York. Cuck! Died in 1983. 1906 saw Satchel Paige getting born on this date. In specifics, he was a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher, 5-time, I'm going to say the word, Negro League, come at me. 2-time MLB All-Star, and he was born in Mobile, Alabama, dying in 1982. 1921, Ezzard Charles was a U.S. World Heavyweight Boxing Champion from 1949 through 51. He was born in Lawrenceville, Georgia, dying in 1975. 1940, Ringo Starr. Richard Starkey, a British drummer, vocalist, The Beatles, Yellow Submarine, songwriter, early 1970, photograph, actor, caveman, peace and love activist, The Knight, born in Dingle, Liverpool, England. Dude, that's just a mash of words, like, impressive, though. Impressive, Ringo Starr. 1949, Shelley Duvall was a U.S. actress, or is a U.S. actress. She was in Popeye and Fairy Tale Theater. She was born in Houston, Texas. And yes, there was a live-action Popeye movie, and I believe it was Robin Williams who played Popeye. Joe Sakic was born on this date in 1969. He is a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center for the Colorado Avalanche in Canada from 1998 to 2002. He was an executive, a general manager for the Colorado Avalanche, and he was born in Burnaby, British Columbia. Cool. And we have Miss Dhoni, born on this date in 1981. He is an Indian cricket wicket keeper and captain at 90 tests, 6 by 100. HS 224, 294 dismissals. Bihar, Jharkhand, Chennai Super Kings. He was born in Jharkhand, India. Jumble of words, my friends. Jumble of words. Moving on up into the deaths, we have Edward I in 1307, died on this date. He was the King of England from 1272 to 1307, dying at the age of 68. Henry Nestle, dying in 1890. He was a German-Swiss industrialist, founder of Nestle, died from a heart attack at 75, probably because of, diabetes. Ate too much of his own chocolate. Well. 1930, Arthur Conan Doyle is a British writer for Sherlock Holmes, dying at the age of 71. Well, that's why I recognize that name. Arthur Conan Doyle. Let's see here. Who else died on this date? Come on, give me something. There we go. Syd Barrett, 2006, was a British guitarist and singer-songwriter for Pink Floyd from 1964 through 68. See Emily Play, and he was also solo, the Madcap Laughs. He died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 60. That's unfortunate. 2014 saw us being no longer with Alfredo Di Stefano, or at least him not being with us. I worded that really badly. Argentine soccer forward. He was for the Spain 31 caps, Argentina 6, Colombia 4, and the European Cup 1956 through 60, and Real Madrid. He was also a manager for the European Cup Winners' Cup 1980 Valencia. He died from a heart attack at the age of 88. He lived a full life, though. Also in 2014, we lost Edward Shevardnadze, a president of Georgia from 1995 through 2003, and the Soviet foreign minister from 1985 through 90, dying at 86. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar of the description for any links that you may find interesting. I'm not sure if... Yeah, we have one. For your Dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, 10 anti-meridian as opposed to post-meridian. Yes, that is what AM and PM stand for. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am Alexander, and you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, do not forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe if you do so, please. Until then, toodles! Let's go, Brandon.